Hello, everybody. My name is Izzy. I use she, they pronouns. I'll be the DM for the Fae Court Chronicles tonight, and I will let the rest of our players introduce themselves.
Yeah.
Doctors. Doctors, are you here? Please gather around. This is a troubling moment that I need to share with all of you. As you know, I am Dr. Nolan, who uses he, him pronouns. And recently I have been training all of our lovely interns here at the Fae Court University Hospital. But unfortunately, there's a random person speaking in the background. Sorry. But unfortunately, recently, we had a terrible incident that I know some of your interns were involved in with well. So I thought I would go over it here quickly. Today, we are in the middle of a code rainbow. It is absolutely horrific. Audio jungle.
Hey.
How is it doing this? Hold on.
That in the voice really got me.
All right, this will work fine. And because of this, we need to go over some procedures. So I'm going to go over the mistake that one of our interns made, Dr. Vernal, who uses she, they pronouns. Now, they are in training right now for the role of abjuration wizards right now, Eladrin abjuration wizard, but you know, they were so caught up in their training last week that, you know, they were not able to focus correctly. It's like they had a million voices telling them to do at one time, and they just spaced out, and it resulted in what I believe is the beginning of the Code Rainbow. But, you know, we want to make sure this doesn't happen again, so we need to go intern by intern to really make sure that we know what's going on here. And we're going to start with the right, as I am remembering this week correctly. So we're going to start with Dr. Nemo. If you could tell us about what your intern did. I mean, it's horrific, truly.
You know, me, Nemo, he, him pronouns, was mentoring the mentor, Jimmy. And he straight up just killed a guy for no reason. Fucked up, even.
And that resulted in, you think that contributed to the cause of the Code Rainbow?
I'm not sure.
It's probably one of the guards outside the room.
Oh, probably.
That makes sense. I mean, he just killed the guy. We do have to go back to that. That is a crime, actually. That is an actual crime.
We should arrest this man.
We should. Is the intern
still on
campus?
Him be around here.
Is he still here? That's really concerning. Actually.
I can take him. He's 7 feet.
Oh, okay. Well, I guess let's get one of our other security guards to go track down that security person who murdered someone. In the meantime, let's move on. Let's move on. Doctor.
Yes. Dr. She-him here. He, him pronouns. I was working with Kali. She, her pronouns. We had a patient that was experiencing severe blood loss, and she seems to have attached as many the blood transfusions as possible to the patient, and they seem to be experiencing the world's first case of blood surplus within them.
Oh, jeez. You know, that does check out, though. That makes sense. I mean, the unit today was an absolute chaos. It would make understanding that, I mean, a Code Rainbow could happen during all of that. So, I mean, truly.
Yes, and I don't think I see the collie around here anywhere. And I think we're missing some of those blood bags.
Oh, jeez. You know, well, we're already having security look for the person
we might as well.
who killed someone, so I guess a minor on the priority list, but we should also probably have them look for the person who is now stealing hospital resources. It's probably also important.
Horrible day.
It's not a great day. The Code Rainbow already made it bad, but I mean, all right, let's move on. Doctor, you over there.
Hi, yeah, I'm Dr. Elliot. I use he, him pronouns, and my assistant, Bunley, Dr. Nolan, I'm so sorry. He keeps bringing around lollipops and stickers to everyone getting their checkups and diagnoses given to them.
Well,
And it was all fine and dandy until, 80-year-old veteran was like, "Hey man, don't you think this is a little serious?"
it is probably in very poor taste, I would say, with the Code Rainbow that is currently happening right now. We might need to have an ethics training with this doctor, with this intern, perhaps.
Maybe just taking him from pediatrics ward without any warning was a little bit of a shock to his. Sometimes you think but
I guess just defaulting to his training, I suppose. We do really need to have an ethics sort of conversation, or just like a headspace sort of general awareness sort of situation.
Surprisingly, most people are kind of okay with it. Maybe we should change things over here, but that was not the vibe.
It's an option. Let's table it for now. I think we should really review that sort of procedure.
Yeah, maybe the murderer is kind of making it the bad vibe.
The murder,
not the correct vibe for that.
The murder maybe not the right time to hand out candy along with everything
across
else.
Across the room, we hear someone screaming and getting stabbed.
Yeah, it's not great. Anyway, Doctor, did you have something to do with this Code Rainbow as well? We're moving one down the line, so Dr. Alice.
Yes. My name is Alice, she, her pronouns, and I want to say, in the defense of my charge, Constanta, also she, her pronouns, she is the receptionist. She is supposed to sit at a desk, file her nails, chew gum, and sometimes answer a phone. However, due to the high volume of patients, she was required to carry some medical tools around. It was not her fault that she slipped on some blood that happened to be all over the floor, and so happened to be carrying a scalpel, and so happened to plunge it in a patient's chest. None of this was her fault.
And it just so happened to be her ex-husband.
So, in that case, so actually, I don't mean to be, because this is a weird sort of tone shift for me, the head of medicine here, but I will say, we've already had one murder today, and actually, your husband was not doing necessarily the best things for this institution here, was trying to run it more like a business than a thing that cares for people. We're trying to break away from the norms here, show compassion to people. So, we'll skim over that one. I think
it was unfortunate circumstances.
Yeah. I think we'll sweep that one actually under the rug. I think that one's fine. And you know what? It would probably we can probably blame that on the blood surplus, leaking out of one of the rooms. I think it's fine. I think that's fine. We'll call it a janitorial mishap. Anyways, we have one more doctor here to report. Doctor, was your intern involved with the Code Rainbow today?
I unfortunately think they made it worse. Dr. Kate, she, her pronouns. My intern, Zeka, uses she, they pronouns. The Ghost Slayer Blood Hunter. Kinda definitely has been helping out with peds. See, that was their first day on the pediatric rotation, and stepped one foot into there and scared all of them. The nurses haven't been able to stop all of them from crying, and the stolen candy sure hasn't been helping. So there's been some complaints about the noise.
And I'm sure in the chaos it made everything worse. Well, I will applaud 2 of you for knowing what a Code Rainbow is. I guess the doctors, I really do need to ask all of you, as you are mentoring these interns, do any of you know what a Code Rainbow is?
I didn't actually graduate. I just told someone.
Colorblind?
It is not.
Legally required to answer yes.
I deadass thought it was a bit for being gay for a minute.
Nope, not a made-up code. 100% a real code. It is a missing child. Like a baby.
Oh.
Yeah, not a good thing at all. Which is why post-haste, we must find the snake baby Martine. The second that we can find him, I think, everything will be set back in order. But as you were just talking about being in, the pediatric ward, would you be able to, Dr. Kate, go over, sort of the accounts of the day? Let us know what happened. I'm just really concerned for baby Martine.
I think
that
I
little
can.
snake.
I
think
proud. We all are worried about him and hearing his little voice again. It's like I could almost hear it.
It's like I could almost hear it. Let's wait and listen and see if we can hear him in the distance somewhere.
Hold on. Did you catch that or no?
No.
Did you crack open a can? Get another one.
It was too far away.
Get another one.
No?
No, not at all. Martine's gone. We'll have to find
He's
him.
dead.
He's gone.
No.
It's okay. We'll do our best. I think he's probably somewhere in... You were telling me something about a dream realm, Dr. Kate. Could you fill us in?
Yes.
Okay.
Starting out the day, Vernal goes to Constanta to inquire about the state of the soul that had been used as her precious item for the Forest Challenge, learning that she had released the soul of her brother yet, but Penelope still remains in her deep sleep as part of the deal she made to summon him in the first place. Also learning about Bunley and his baking cult, from where he summons a messenger of the Great Bread Loaf, and after giving it uppies, it helps them learn how to help Penelope through a cryptic message. In the meantime, as the trio rounds up the others, Jimmy fumbles the Elder of Whispers and Kali sobs over items from her childhood. The group assembled, they make their way to speak to one person mentioned in the Bread Creature's poem, the Sandman, who confirms the identity of the other as Grandfather Time, informing them that he was who made the deal with Penelope, and that they must travel through the realm of dreams, the land of nightmares, and the abyss of unconsciousness if they wish to speak with them about it. Directing them to all hold dream catchers as they sleep, so that they may find each other. The party ends up going to bed. Everyone's dreams being mostly normal, pleasant things. Zeka has a good time with her friends. Spring Vernal plays tag with fairies. Constanta experiences a loving Castian playing with her brother, while Bunley has a giant party at his bakery. Jimmy is king of the Fae realm with his Lady of Whispers harem, as Kali shares a breakfast meal with her mother. It does not take long for the happy thoughts to fade, as the dream catchers beckon the lunar loaves into the inky abyss of nightmares.
I still find it so funny how hard Jimmy fumbled.
Jimmy fumbled so hard. Truly.
I'd just like to put that out on the record. Thank you.
I mean, if we talk about the biggest L that I've seen on stream, I mean...
Alright, I'm scared to play this fucking music because of the stupid sound.
Oh,
It's
God.
a stupid sound? What
Oh
do you mean?
boy.
Because of what the intro bit.
Uh-huh. I'm
Hold
so
on.
ready.
1 second.
Oh, are you talking about the same music but from before that had an audio jungle?
No, I have
bit
a
in it?
different one, but I'm scared it's gonna
Audio
be.
jungle.
You're scared it's also
fucking-
going to have audio jungle in it?
Yes, that's why
Oh
I'm
my
like,
God.
wait, what if
Hey, look, you can't
I
escape audio jungle.
Just
Uh,
audio jungle. Ooh.
I'm imagining
Cries.
just like the most tense atmosphere. It's like dun, 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 audio jungle. Dun, dun,
Yeah,
dun.
exactly that. That's why I'm like, hold on, I'm gonna find something else.
I think it adds to the.
It doesn't add. We're not doing it.
You should.
The voices in our head while we enter the nightmare realm.
Audio jungle.
Shut the fuck up. I'll kill you.
The voices
Anyway.
of my nightmares. Audio jungle.
Audio jungle. I'm gonna kill you. Are we done with the audio jungle
Yeah,
shit?
sorry. Yeah.
For now.
No.
I swear to God. Anyway, so as you all step into the inky abyss, I think I'll just go down the line of the turn order that I have up here. Can you guys see it? I'm pretty sure. Maybe.
No, but we trust you.
Okay, we'll do that.
Yeah.
Do that. Zeka, you're gonna go first.
Good.
All right.
When you step through this portal, the way that the atmosphere just suddenly shifts to like, it was like happy, sunny, warm almost. When you go into this realm, it is like uncomfortably cold. Like, to the point there's even like frost on the tips of your scales. And you, as like, you know, a snake person, are starting to slow down a lot. And as you're like walking through, you start to hear like screams of terror, like just in the background. And you're like looking around trying to figure out who is screaming, like what is going on. You can't see anything. It's just this dusting of sand and snow swirling around you as you're trekking through what looks like it's sand, but it's snow maybe? You're not sure. Shivam, shut the fuck up. And as you like get to a more solid place of land, no one's there. But there are gravestones of all of your friends, including Martine.
Is his tinier than all the others?
Yes, it is. Including Kevin.
Is his a lot bigger?
Yes, it is. They're right next to each other.
Sorry, the visual image in my head is just way too fucking funny. Because it's like one the size of a house, normal sized ones, one the size of a shoebox.
Oh my god.
I guess I'm not so outside of it.
Sorry.
No, you're good. Fuck. Probably just moving real slow and going to read them and like running her finger over the letters.
As you read them, you see each of them, like each of their names. So Jimmy, Kali, Vernal, Constanta, Bunley. Am I missing anyone? No. I'm like, wait. And when you finish realizing like, oh shit, they're gone. They're not coming back. You can feel like on your shoulders, weighing on your heart, in the pit of your stomach. It makes your feet like feel like cement blocks have been tied to it. Just this overwhelming feeling of despair and being so inexplicably, I can't say it right, incredibly alone. What do you do?
Like their chest just feels heavy. Come on, this isn't a good prank, guys. Like, you got me. Come on out. And, like, looking around.
The only response you get is the whistle of the wind that like whips around you, as if almost kind of in a mocking way.
She would, I mean, would she remember though that she's in a nightmare dream right now, or is that
Make a wisdom save.
stupid me not pulling up my sheet and making it load for 5 seconds?
Actually, while we're in this realm, I'm gonna change my little PNG thing.
That's a 5.
Love that.
You don't remember a thing. You just know that these people are your friends. You have been through thick and thin with them. You have made memories with them. And now they are all gone.
No, that can't be. Everyone's so cool and we were all doing so good. This can't be real. Come on, I'm gonna go in here, and then there's gonna be nothing there, and like almost like in a panic state, she's just gonna choose one of the graves and try to start digging it up with her hands. Like, come on, guys, there's gonna be nothing here.
As you dig, it's almost an impossible task with how frozen the ground is and how your fingers are not used to this freezing cold weather. Make a perception check for me.
Perception. Okay, that. What the fuck? Jesus.
You see
5.
nothing?
I think that's all they'd probably be focusing on, just not wanting to accept this kind of reality. Trying to, like, fight against it in a sense. That's all she could really focus on.
You hear a single crunch in the snow, like someone has taken a step behind you.
Just, like, immediately, like, whips their head around almost like a crack to probably look at it.
You see the Lady of Whispers standing there.
I guess a little bit relieved that there's still someone there. Beckoning her with one of, like, the cold, like, hands that are probably feeling a little numb. Come here! I think I've almost got it. Help.
Silence.
Come on, please.
She does not move. She does not speak. She is silent as the graves you are trying to dig.
Becca just kind of stares at her and, like, I don't know if snakes can do puppy eyes, but, like, the closest.
Yes, I will allow this.
Attempt.
There is one shift, and it is to turn around. And she begins to walk away from you.
Wait, what are you doing? No! We need to... They're... You know that this isn't... They can't be dead. They can't be. They can't be. And she's just getting more and more upset.
She does not turn around. She continues to walk until she is completely covered by this snow sand blizzard that is whipping around you. She's gone.
I think she'd probably be doing this until someone finds her then.
Okay. I'm gonna move on to the next person then. If that's okay.
Go for it.
Alright. What do you mean, no?
Just everyone being left
I don't
in
wanna-
despair.
Can mine be a happy one?
Yeah, my
In the
nightmare's
realm of
happy.
nightmares?
Yeah, my nightmare is really happy, I'm sure of it.
Oh, yeah. Vernal.
Oh yeah, I am next, aren't I?
Uh-huh.
Oh no. Mm-hmm.
Do I wait?
No,
To do
you're
yours
fine. No,
next?
go ahead.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Man. Vernal, in your spring form, you're a little more optimistic. You don't want to think on, like, the looming scariness that could be at the end of whatever this chasm that you're in.
Yeah.
As you're walking along, you also start to feel like this weird shift from that happy playing that you were just playing tags with pixies in to, like, this sudden, like almost you're hitting a wall of just a cold front. And then it switches to more of a warm front, like a mix of hot and cold.
Mm-hmm.
Both anger and despair going hand in hand.
I think, does Vernal, I gotta ask, does Vernal have all of those memories with this shift?
Wisdom save.
Oh, I gotta try. Wisdom save. Well, I'm decent at these.
You
14?
missed it by 1.
Ow!
No, you don't, buddy. I'm so sorry.
Oh, that means she's on her own.
Yeah.
Okay. I think she is in this moment. I mean, everyone else disappeared, and she wants, all of the people she was playing with to be fine. So she's pushing forward. She has to be able to find them somehow.
You see light. A very dim light toward the end of this chasm. Do you go to it?
I think if there's a light, for sure. I think she is charging towards that as she would sort of like scream out, just being like, "Hello? Is that who left? Please, I mean, we were having a fun time. What are you doing back here?"
When you burst in through this light, you are at this perfectly circular, like a bunch of ruins, but on the ground is like this perfect circle of just stones cut up into 4 different spots. When you come out, you realize the stones that you're stepping on are like this light pink. To your left is this dark blue. Forward is this orangey pretty color. And to your right is this like golden yellow. The light blue, this entire forest that is surrounding you, now that you kind of get like your bearings together. This forest with the blue is completely encased in snow and ice. And these like, I think they're birch trees. They're like white with like they almost look like eyes. Yeah. Are just coating the entire forest. The orange stones, beautiful autumn leaves covering that entire like big like oaky, like just thick bushes of just leaves everywhere. And then in the golden stones are these different kinds of trees, but all like full green willow trees, pine trees, any kind that you can think of are just like full of like fruits and acorns and everything. Full of life. But as soon as you step onto that platform, every single one of them goes up in flames.
I mean, she screams. I think it's... What? No, you can't leave me. No. And she would, I mean, there's snow nearby, so she's gonna try to, maybe try to scoop up the snow and toss it onto the flames to try to put out the flames.
As soon as you take a step onto the blue stones, there's like a barricade stopping you from going farther. But when you get close enough, you see this mirage of winter Vernal falling, just crumpling onto the floor, gasping for breath, trying to live before it's still.
No, you're the strong one. Remember, you've got this. You can't leave us. Please.
No
I think she grip this barrier. I am assuming it's something like a fence or like a cage or something, and is gripping, shaking against this. Trying to reach out to Winter.
Nothing you do will get you any closer to Winter.
Are the flames growing behind her?
Make a perception check.
Oh boy. Yeah, I can do that. 17.
The pink stones, and when you look behind you where this forest is full of just like beautiful, like in bloom trees and like budding flowers and everything, there's no fire. It is only sectioned to every other part of this forest.
I think seeing the other sections of the forest burn, there's a deep sense of dread that just fills, sort of like when you have like a pit in your stomach, as she would have a moment where, I mean, she slowly moves back over to, I mean, I think the central point where these four sections meet, but just staring at the other three, and I think her breathing begins to pick up as I think she clutches onto her shoulders, and she sort of just starts to hyperventilate as she is staring out at, I mean, everything collapsing around her.
When you get close to the center, there you see Autumn, Vernal, collapsed against, like, this burning log. When you look at Summer, Vernal, there is the tiniest bit of life still brewing within them. They are clutching onto the grass that is burning beneath them.
I think she would dive. Boy, is she that brave. I mean, they're in the middle of fire, right?
Yeah. The entire, everything but the pink section of this woods is on fire.
I think she would, even knowing that it's going to hurt, I think she would not fully go in, but reach out her hand at least into the flame, trying to do something. I think at this point, tears are just streaming down her face as she just goes, Summer, you're here. Oh, yes, okay. You're the fighter. All right, you can do this. Come on. You got this. Just over here.
You see them barely peek open one of their eyes to look up at you and see blood is trickling down their forehead like they were, like, bashed in. They didn't know this was going to happen. And they are desperately, so slowly, like it is taking every single amount of willpower. They're pushing through the pain, pushing through not having any oxygen, pushing through all of these flames that are licking at their skin to get to you. And now we're gonna move on.
Fuck! Yeah, that's cool.
Mm-hmm.
That's really cool.
Constanta.
Oh no.
Dude, not knowing the turn order is really stressful on this one.
We had it last time. Go check the VoD.
We did have it last time. That's why I'm like, what do you mean? I see it right here. Let me find your shit. Hold on. I asked you this forever ago, and I don't think... Where'd it go?
Take your time. I'll just continue stress knitting.
Okay.
Oh no.
You know me too.
Ah, I found it. Okay.
Darn.
I can skip you.
No, go ahead.
Okay.
This is gonna hurt.
We all have to do it eventually.
Yeah. Rip it off like a band-aid.
When you walk into this chasm, you start to smell a mix of blood and roses. It's like that sickly sweet with like that metallic iron smell just mixed in. And as you walk into this chasm, you just hear like this different whispers and murmurs and mocking of Castian's voice. Every single little offhand comment he's made about you, every single derogatory thing he has pointed out about your flaws, about the way you walk, you dress, you look, you act. Everything that has made you you, he has broken down and brought you back into what he believes is perfect. Is echoing all around you.
He kind of closes her eyes, takes a deep breath, And we're gonna go ahead and do that. Does she know that this is the nightmare? Does she have all of her memories?
Wisdom save. Nope. Holy shit.
She has a +3.
Yo,
Girl.
we love an oblivious gang.
Guys. Holy shit. Okay.
She whispers to herself, "This isn't real. This isn't real." She's not convincing herself. She kind of grows quiet, steels herself, and just sits there with her eyes closed, just listening, enduring.
Is she stress knitting?
No, sadly. But she's just sort of, I guess describe it in shutdown mode. She's betraying no emotion, but if the whispers are talking about her posture, she straightens. If it talks about the way she's walking, she puts more grace into the way she's walking. She's fully accepting this critique. And she'll open her eyes and look around for Castian.
As you're looking around, it's still a pretty dark cavern, but you're going forward anyway. It feels like you have been walking and walking and walking for miles, just enduring, hearing this constant critique about every single thing about you. Just this constant just yapping is the best word I can put. Until finally, when you think your feet are so tired and about to give out, you get to a gate. It is a tall, silver, shining in the moonlight gate, covered in thorns and roses. You could even call it a court of thorns. Sorry, I'll leave. I'll leave. Sarah J. Maas is gonna smite me.
I'll smite.
What do you do?
Be nice.
So is it just... Can she see anything really past the gate, or is it just like
It's just a gate, and like when you try to look past it, it's just covered in just brambles and roses and everything. There's not, you can't really see.
Oh, there's
past
no bars or anything. It's just a solid plank of thorny
Yeah, sorry, I should have been more.
Okay.
I should have clarified. Yeah.
Oh no, you're good. You're good. Are the voices still speaking to her?
As soon as you step and found the gate, it stopped.
I think she'll be a little confused, and in a really tiny voice. Castian? My love?
The gates slowly open, with just this ear-shattering creak as they both just slowly open, and you see Castian in this brilliant ballroom of the Fae Court, sitting on a throne, crown on head. He is the king of the Fae Court, not a Lunar Leader, the king. My moonbeam, I've been waiting for you. Where have you been?
I have been traveling as fast as my legs can carry me, my
Not
lord.
fast
I
enough.
apologize.
Do you? Are you sorry? And
I
you
will be
feel
back.
like these shadows start to creep up your legs and forcibly move your legs closer and closer and closer to him until you are standing right in front of him. Kneel.
My lord,
Kneel.
She kneels.
You're so pretty, but so stupid. You've made me wait for this long. You get slapped across the face. Just this echoing sound. Blood pours from your nose.
She reaches up to touch it and then stares down at her hand.
It is bright red blood.
I am sorry to have disappointed you, my lord.
Are you going to have this happen again?
No, my lord.
Good. Because otherwise, and you see his hand kind of move in like just a little wave gesture thing, and you see rolling out on a little cart of just gilded silver is a soul cage with your brother's soul in it. If anything like that ever happens again, well, I'm sure your brother wouldn't appreciate it.
Ray fills her eyes for a moment while she watches the cart. But she takes a breath, straightens herself out. I will do whatever you ask of me, my lord.
Okay, we're gonna move on to the next person. I'm so sorry.
Now you're good.
Bottomy.
No, we asked for this.
Sorry, I'm trying not to read the chat and then I look up.
Don't
Bunley.
do it again, yuck.
Hey, Bunley.
Oh boy.
You ready?
No, but let's go ahead anyway.
Okay. You walk down this chasm.
Yeah.
How are you feeling?
I just left my party. I'll make my awareness roll, I guess.
Okay.
Because otherwise Bunley was still thinking, well, party's over, but I know we gotta do the mission, so...
I really want you to fail.
I have a +7. I'm the cleric.
Oh. You
Just
my
fucking
God,
barely
Ellie.
passed.
by the
Bunley's clock.
skin of my teeth.
Your buck teeth, even.
Yeah.
Unfair advantage, honestly.
Honestly. I should give you just... No, I'm kidding. I won't do that. I'll be nice.
God. I mean, it's Bunley. It's not gonna do a lot.
It's okay. You're walking down this cavern, and you're pretty okay. Like, you're like, yeah, okay, I just gotta go find my friends. It'll be fine, you know?
All I gotta do is go through the Nightmare Realm.
Just the Nightmare Realm.
It's
Right?
fine. Nothing bad is gonna happen for realsies.
You step into your bakery.
Oh, wait.
Your entire bakery is empty. There are no roaring fires. There are no fresh baked pastries anywhere. It is covered in dust and cobwebs. The windows are broken in and boarded up. It is freezing cold inside. There is no life to be seen.
Well, this is sad. He kind of starts walking around looking at stuff. Real concerned looking. He maybe starts dusting off a windowsill and he looks outside to see what's going on.
It is raining really hard. And like, normally your shop is kind of surrounded by like other little shops and like houses, and it's like brimming with life. Houses are destroyed. Smashed in, broken, burned down, and like still simmering with ashes. There is not a soul to be seen.
He frowns. It's just sad. You know, he doesn't know what his Nightmare Realm is going to hold, so he's just a little apprehensive about it. Well, this isn't good. Well, maybe I can fix it up, though. You know, pulls some piece of cloth out of his oven and starts trying to dust it off, figuring out what's going on.
Just a cloth?
Yeah?
Do you look at it?
Sure.
That cloth is a bandana that Jackie wears.
Oh. Well, I'm not gonna dust with this. That piques his interest enough, and he goes, okay, maybe I'll just go find the other pit in the ground to get me to the next place. So he'll leave the bakery, turn around and look at the storefront, which I'm sure is destroyed like everything else.
There is graffiti on the storefront. Not my Lunar Leader.
Oh, he winces. Oh.
Do you explore the town?
Yeah.
As you go into the town, there's normally like a pretty big like town square where people like show off their new inventions or like their new bakery items. Like it's a pretty like good hodgepodge of different things, right?
Yeah.
Well, you go there. The fountain is completely destroyed. And in its place is a giant rabbit trap. And hanging by the foot of her foot is Jackie's corpse.
Bunley, is it like gone, or is it like, oh, I could convince myself?
I'm debating if you roll wisdom or constitution for this.
Let me see if it's any different.
Okay.
My wisdom is higher if that matters.
You want to fail this.
What do you want me to roll?
Go ahead and do wisdom, because that's kind of the theme of what we're going with here.
Okay,
You know that's Jackie.
Oh.
You can tell by the redness of the hair, even though it's hard to tell. It's a decayed enough corpse where it's not like gross
there's like
and
a
fresh.
Moment where he goes, "Oh, Jackie," and runs up to the edge of it, but then realizes like that's not Jackie anymore.
Mm-hmm.
His face falls. There's no one around, so he doesn't even know what happened. Except the graffiti. Is this because of me?
Silence.
He tries to tell himself, okay, it's just the Nightmare Realm. None of this is real. It's not like it can see the future or anything. And he will, even though he's telling himself it's fake, climb up the trap and try to get Jackie down.
With enough of a pretty good amount of healing magic and being able to delicately fold pastries and stuff, you have a gentle touch. You manage to get her down without any issue.
He looks at her just out of morbid curiosity, can't look very long, and just puts her headscarf over her and take her with him, looking for somewhere to lay her to rest. While it's like, oh, I'm just looking for somewhere to lay her rest, but I'm just looking for the next tunnel, I guess.
As you're kind of like wandering around the streets, it kind of feels like you're stuck in a labyrinth. Like you've known these streets for most of your life. You know where everybody lives, you know where everybody's shops are located, you know the ins and outs of this court. But for some reason, you're getting so turned around that you don't know which way is the right way to go. And you're just...
Tears keep streaming down his face. He's like, no, I shouldn't be crying because it's not real, but...
On top of the rain? It's the rain.
Needs windshield wipers.
Sorry, that got me. Until finally, you hear a psst.
Hello?
Oh, my mic's not gonna pick that up. You hear like really...
Can cracking open.
No. You hear like this tiny, tiny whisper of, hurry.
This is the only other person here, so I'm gonna jog towards the voice. It
is the abandoned costume shop. Somehow, Even more abandoned than when you thought.
Well, this place is totally unchanged. What happened?
The little Tanuki guy. I think I named him Theodore or Theo. I can't remember what I named him. No idea. They look at you in horror as you're carrying a corpse.
Oh, I don't have an explanation. I just wanted to put her somewhere safe.
Slowly, they just kind of nod. Kind of unsure about you. And
I
then...
didn't meet this guy, did I?
No, you didn't. How is he in your dream?
That's a good question. I don't know. That's a good question.
Elliot. I know why he's in your dream. I'm the one making the fucking dream, dude.
I know.
That sounds like a you question.
I'm trying to be spooky. Anyway, he points to, like, a couch nearby.
Yeah, sorry, do you know what happened here? Put Jackie down.
The humans came.
Oh.
And they destroyed everything.
Are you the only one left, or are there other people?
I don't know.
What's your name? I'm Bunley.
Theo.
Okay, well, Theo, have you seen around, like a hole in the ground? That maybe leads to another place? I'm looking for that right now. I think I can help you out if I can find it, I think.
I have... Well... Maybe. And you kind of see their head kind of tilt in thought. And then they, like, kind of scurry. You hear, like, the little click-clacks of his nails against, like, the hardwood flooring. To this giant rug. And they start to pull it back. You see this cloud of dust just escape from this thing. And you see a trapdoor.
Oh, thanks. Where do you know where this goes?
Nope.
Oh, well, I open it, I'm looking.
Roll me perception check.
Oh boy! I'm good at those. Oh, let me make sure I'm not. Oh, it would be if I had the rod up that I would get more on that. Bam. Okay, wait, can I guidance myself? Shit, I already rolled it, I can't.
This will be your one chance to do this. For the rest of the session. 13. You gaze at the abyss. And the abyss gazes back. And out of the corner of your eye, you see Theo's jaw unhinge and slowly open wider and wider. Rows of teeth and drool start to escape from this maw. Eyes in the back of its throat as it's going to consume you. Because you aren't paying attention. Bitch!
He jumps in.
Okay. Hey, Sir Jimmy.
He just folds it, actually.
It's me.
How you doing, buddy?
Hanging out.
Hanging out? Vibing? Had a good time with your wives?
Yeah, it's vibing. My family was up here for a little bit.
Yeah. Pretty chill, pretty chill.
Me and my wife.
Yeah.
Watching TV, probably. Do we have TV?
Sure. I'll give you a TV.
What channel is it on?
WWE.
Oh,
The human realm.
That's neat. I like that.
You already walked through the cavern, dude. You walked through it last week.
He forgot it did.
Sorry. Holy shit. You're kind of walking through the chasm, feeling good. You were having a good time beforehand.
Yeah. Me and my wife.
Yeah, your wives. Plural. Because I gave that to you.
Yeah.
After fumbling so hard.
I don't know why you did that, but I appreciate it.
You're walking through this chasm, and you're feeling pretty alright until there is this item that I gave you in the beginning of the campaign.
Oh man, I can't remember stuff.
Are you sure you remember which one I gave you?
Was it the mirror?
No.
The invisible mime armor?
Yes.
Yes,
What
I
the
see it
fuck?
here.
The invisible mime armor. You feel start to shift and dissipate before melting off your body in like this gray weird ooze.
Ew.
You're armorless right now.
That's a little scary.
And
Can I
you
call my wives? Oh, sorry.
No, they are not there. You are too far in this cavern. As you're kind of walking along, you start to see like mirrors begin to appear along the sides of this like kind of like hallway that you're walking in. The lighting is kind of dim and weird and like warbly. It kind of starts off like a house of mirrors almost. Like your perception of yourself in these mirrors are like super tall, super thin, fat, short, like all kinds of weird in-betweens, right? Until you get to the end mirror, where you see yourself.
Oh.
Completely normal.
Oh, that's me.
Your head kind of starts to itch.
Oh, that's bad. He's itching.
A clump of hair falls out.
What the fuck?
Then another.
No.
Then another.
No.
Until it all starts to fall out and fall by your feet. Until there is a shiny, bald-headed Jimmy staring back at you.
Can I roll to see if I
Yes. We'll have some check.
He's like, please, I have to know this is a dream.
Have to know.
This is the worst one.
Nope, it's not
Nope.
a dream, buddy.
He lets out the most horrifying, blood-curdling scream he could must.
In the corner of the mirror, you see a little symbol of a spider.
No!
Oh my god.
What am I gonna do? I don't have my hair!
Do you
can't
touch
do
it?
like this?
Do you touch it?
Oh, I gonna pick up some clumps for the floor, just kind of put it over my head and try to touch it.
You touch it, and you see your wife right there, the beautiful Lady of Whispers, and she's about to speak, and then physically pauses, seeing you. What do you say?
Hey.
Holy shit. The Lady of Whispers kind of like puts a hand to her chest, like in shock of what she's seeing. This won't work out. And hangs up.
I can change.
Sobbing so hard it can't even pick it up.
I know. And last but not least, Kali.
Why the fuck do I have to follow Jimmy, man? This is so fucked up.
It's true. Nothing you could do would be better than that one. I don't know. Yeah.
Holy shit. Oh my god.
He's ruined.
Yeah, that's his nightmare. I don't know what to tell you guys.
Yeah, go ahead.
Holy fuck, that was funny. First of all, make me that wisdom save.
Yeah. I'm great at those. 11.
Y'all, what the fuck?
Like we said, we're great at those.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
At the lowest amount out of like everyone.
Huh? Hmm. Okay,
Okay.
so you're walking along this chasm. How are you feeling as you go? You just saw your mom again.
Mm-hmm. She's still thinking very hard about that drawing she made when she was little. About where she is now, and I guess the reasons that changed, you know? And she just kind of lost in like thought and just that spiral of like, of what was her and what was her life.
Okay. You continue to walk. But but as you hear like the click of your heels walk, like echo around you as you walk,
Mm-hmm.
and you start to smell smoke. And you start to hear yelling and shouts and like the roar of a fire. What do you do?
Panic begins to kind of set in for her as like she looks around. I'm assuming seeing just smoke like traveling up the tree line.
Mm-hmm.
I imagine when she looks, it's towards the direction of her house.
It is. As you start to like, I imagine, break into a
run
sprint.
into. Mm-hmm.
The heels are gone. You're a kid again. Trying to figure out what the hell is going on. Why is there a fire? And you get to your house and it is completely consumed by flames. And you're looking around trying to figure out what the hell's going on. Where is my mom? And you look over and you see just a block away is this pyre, this giant collection of wood from all over, and this one pole with your mother tied to it. Fire is erupting from the bottom of this pit and slowly making its way up to start licking at her feet. And she looks at you, tears in her eyes, with the saddest smile, and just mouths, "I love you." Make me a perception really fast. What the fuck?
Guys, we are on our A game today.
You are so much in shock at this imagery in front of you that all of this is just enveloping in front of you. One day you were just sitting there eating with your mom, having a good time, talking about being a princess doctor, and the next, your mother is burning at a stake.
She rushes towards the pyre, just screaming out, Ma! Just trying to figure out. I don't even think there's any sort of thought as to how she can stop it, but she's just rushing towards it to try and do anything about it.
You are so caught up in this frenzy that you're running as fast as your feet can carry you, but you don't feel the sand that envelops your body, that slowly starts to pull you away from the pyre, from the people who are shouting, from your certain death, and makes you begin to run away. It just physically turns you, so you have to run away before they see you.
I don't want. I can't leave her.
There is no response, but if you continue to try to turn around to run back, you are stopped. And you're not sure why.
It happens over and over and over again. as all she can see is this blaze just beginning to burn brighter. I don't
Roll
think...
me one more wisdom save.
Dirty 20.
As you start to remember this memory, your body starts to like change into like what you are now as an adult, Kali.
Mhm.
And you start to remember bits and pieces of that night that weren't included in this nightmare. She mouthed, "I love you," to you. And when you tried to run toward the pyre, you saw her eyes move behind you. And you could swear you saw the way that her lips moved. You couldn't hear it, but you could see it. Take her and run. Protect her at all costs. And then you notice the sand that is around you, carrying you away to safety, away from your certain death, bringing you things to eat, even though you had no idea how you found it, finding clothes for you to wear, like you somehow miraculously got through so much of your childhood, and you thought it was dumb luck. But there was always sand at your back, at your heels, pushing you, helping you, every step of the way.
She's stunned. She had spent so much of her life dreadfully and terribly alone. She thought it made her strong. Now, she doesn't know what to think.
This nightmare of yours, as you're standing there, reeling about all of this brand new information that has been brought to light finally, it starts to crumble around you. Like the turning of a sand timer. What are those things called? Hourglass.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you. It starts to slowly melt away with different speckles of sand until you are standing in a different type of chasm. It is still completely pitch black, but the Sandman stands there about 15 or so feet away from you, so to not just scare you or anything, but they stand there quietly.
I mean...
oh, sorry.
No, yeah, you go ahead, they've got something.
I am here to return you to your friends.
Why me?
Why not?
She was the one that was brilliant. She was the one that was kind. She was the one that was suited to saving all this stupid realm.
She was the love of my life. She was the light in my never-ending darkness. She was my heart. And you are the rest of it. Because you are her heart. And I would not let you die. She would not allow me to let you die.
Fucking damn it. And those humans that put her to the stake. What became of them?
They are gone. Every single one of them. They are gone. You feel that darkness return as they say these words. It is final. It is something so filled with malice and hate, something far beyond what you have felt for all of these years. But very similar. That has been festered for such a long time. After a moment or two of just simmering, I guess, just quiet contemplation of everything, there is this portal that begins to open up. It's made of sand, obviously. And there is this, there is darkness on the other end, but it is not the same as the night. It is something comforting, something warm, something... a place where you know you will be safe for the time being. And they kind of motion with their arm for you to step inside. But they will not touch you. They will stay. They will take a step back and allow you to make this decision if you would like to go in. But it is a very clear invitation.
She picks herself back up after a moment. It's all she can do to try to rely on her old habits of trying to push everything down, at least for a moment, to try and keep some kind of her pride and composure. She nods as she walks with purpose towards the portal. But before she steps in, she glances towards the Sandman, unable to meet his gaze. She mumbles out a very quiet thank you.
The Sandman just simply gives a nod. They do not speak. They just nod. As you step through the portal. Hey guys, how about a 15-minute break?
You doing break
That's
time?
probably good. That's probably a good, fun thing to do. All right.
Are you guys doing okay? Sorry.
No,
I just wanna
I'm playing it up.
check
I'm
in.
doing great.
Yeah, I'll do it.
I'm horrible. Not
Good,
doing good
extensive
at all.
I'm so sorry, Nemo.
It's so fucked up.
Bold, bold,
Izzy, you should have put a trigger warning on that. That was really messed up.
Well, we'll see y'all back here in 15 minutes. And we'll let fun facts go while Nemo is going. So we like to share one fun facts. And I don't go first. Kate does. About our characters. So Kate, go take it away.
Yeah.
Oh, Nemo's here.
Ah, perfect timing. So, Zeka once tried unionizing the snakes of the Feywild, only to learn that they had already unionized, and they had very nice benefits and time off between being a core part of the ecosystem.
Did you join the union?
Yes.
Hell yeah.
Of course, unions are good.
Those are great. Alice.
Constanta's garden once held a massive anaconda that simply disappeared one day. Not long after, Constanta found a resignation letter in Castian's office that included complaints about the abrasive shrubbery, insufficient rodent population, and coldness of the marble. Castian was not pleased with the visit from union representatives later that week, nor the negative publicity it brought upon his estate.
It's a really good.
So it feels like I shouldn't post first every. I feel like
Yeah,
we're
that's
going
really
for a
funny when
theme
you're the
every week, and I'm not
originator, too.
told about it. I guess. All right, Elliot.
I just wait till the last minute, and I don't have any idea what I'm doing.
Fun fact. When his original supplier closed shop, Bumley once accidentally bought cocoa powder instead of cocoa powder. Chocolate cookies were very popular that week, but explaining the mix-up to the court was very awkward and a lengthy process.
Oh my god.
That's really funny.
Whoops. Fun fact about Vernal. Spring used to make flower crowns for folks growing up. However, with her creative nature, this meant the crowns would usually be made out of aggressive Fae flowers. Crowns ended up being banned after one of them set someone's hair on fire.
Same.
Oh my god. Kali developed Shur's technique of psychic blades after realizing the amount of goldwork and bedazzling she wanted on physical daggers would make them impossible to throw in a straight line.
Based.
Skill issue.
Good.
Good.
Finally, Nemo.
Jimmy was very peeved when his snake oil business had a reduced profit margin because his snakes unionized.
Damn. Rough.
Jimmy's a capitalist.
Yeah, that's what we're figuring out.
Damn.
All right.
Then
Y'all ready to continue?
Yeah.
All right. So, Kali, you are now in this portal, this realm. You kind of like look around, and it's kind of like it's weird because it kind of reminds you of the human realm. It's like a nice apartment, almost like a penthouse. Very wide open space. Like there's a big kitchen. There's like a large living room with couches and everything. There are like, and as you explore along it, along the hallway, it's like it's building itself to where there's one room for each of you.
Gotcha. Currently, I'm just the first one here, though.
Yes.
Alright.
Zika. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No, that's all. That's all I was gonna say. She pops. Yeah.
Zeka, you're currently trying to still dig out your friend's grave.
Mm-hmm.
You're like on the brink of despair. You're on the brink of just giving up, stopping everything that you're doing, and just let the weather take you, you suppose. There's not much you can do. You are alone, you're scared, you don't know what's happening. Until you feel this warm hand gently touch your back. Not to like alert you, but just to allow you to feel they're there.
I don't think we have a god. Hello? They're ghosts?
You look around and the Sandman's standing behind you.
Listen, you... Oh, it's you. You kind of count. You have that kind of notoriety. Hello.
Hello. Would you like to, leave?
But I can't leave them.
Your friends are not here.
They're not?
No. And you feel this... The Sandman, for the most part, has been very void of emotion, very stoic. But in this realm of dreams and nightmares, he is a lot more open, a lot more kind. You can hear it in his voice. and even like his expressions a little bit soften. You are in a realm of nightmares. I'm here to guide you out, if you will allow me.
She looks back at like the graves for a moment and like down at her hands that are probably like ice cold and like bleeding from just all the digging. Well, if it's stream, then it's okay if I leave him. So
Yes. And you see this portal begin to open up beside him, and he takes a step back and motions for you to go inside.
okay, thank you. Please find the others fast then. They don't deserve to be dealing with this too long either. Can
They
you
give
go
a nod.
Can you go to the Vernal next, please, if you can? I mean, I don't want to play favorites, but I kind of do a little, so.
It's like they're the next in the turn order, don't worry. No, what?
I think that fourth wall over there just broke.
Man, and you said you really weren't God. I'll go. I'm gonna go then. Thank you.
They nod, and as you step inside, you also start to see this big apartment, and you're kind of looking around, and you spot Kali.
What's your AC, bestie?
An A? Oh my god.
What a menacing question.
18?
First off, Jesus Christ. Second off, Izzy, what do I roll to full force tackle Kali?
Oh my god, is that grapple check?
Yeah, I guess that would be a grapple.
Oh god, is that strength or
Athletics.
Athletics.
athletics? I'm gonna sure fucking try.
Sorry.
I imagine like you just sprinting at her, like.
Kali!
What are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing?
Just full force running.
Traveling.
Attempts to like football tackle you.
Do you do the peanuts thing where you like
Yeah, exactly. Like I feel like she's just like sitting in a chair, like kind of like half rocking it, and she's kind of like just kicks it like off to the side and just pushes herself away, and just sees like a face plant on the ground.
It's kind of drift a little. You're okay.
You seem to be too.
I do not like nightmares.
Me either.
Okay.
So are we... Where is this? Do you know where we are?
Uncertain. The Sandman let me in here, so if I had to guess, maybe at least some kind of refuge from this.
That kind of implies that we're not done. And I don't hope for this, but it feels like it's gonna get worse, you know?
We are still meeting Grandfather Time, who scared the Sandman, so.
Yay! And Zeka, like, from on the floor, just raises their hands in the air and then just lets them flop. She's just gonna stay there for a moment. Alright, go find Vernal.
Vernal,
Yeah.
how you doing?
Let's see. Tears streaming from the front of the face, arm currently being burned, trying to reach out towards Summer. I think, pretty dandy.
Yeah?
Yeah. I think that's the definition of dandy. Look, English isn't,
Yeah. I understand. As you are burning your arm, basically trying to drag Summer to you to get them through this weird barrier that is separating you from the rest of your not elements, what's the word? Seasons.
Yeah.
There is this gush of wind from your back just blows your hair in front of your face, and like it starts to smother out the flames, at least in the summer's forest. Just thousands and thousands of pounds of sand start to smother and stop the flames from engulfing summer completely. And as soon as you manage to get as soon as the flames begin to like quell, that barrier finally breaks, and you now have summer back with you. They like meld into your skin, like back into your soul as soon as you embrace them.
It is a deep, deep hug the second it happens, as the form is just absorbed, as Spring is now just slightly alight with cinders and flame. As she's gonna look around. What just happened?
As they look around, they see the Sandman standing amongst behind you, I should say, not amongst. You see like their hands start to lower back to their side, like they were the ones who just released the thousands and thousands of sand to stop this fire.
I didn't know this was a dream, but we have past memories and everything?
As soon as you realize the Sandman is there, you recollect your consciousness and your memories. They are the thing that can break your nightmare.
I think there is a very strong moment of realization for Spring, as there is almost a sounding off that they do internally as they glance at where they thought winter and autumn were moments ago. But if this is all a dream, then that can't possibly be true.
As you're starting to realize these kinds of things, the barriers to both autumn and winter shatter into like thousands of pieces of almost glass. And you look to see where their crumpled up bodies were, and they're completely gone. They're not there. The fire is starting to dwindle down to nothingness as the sand starts to sweep over the lands.
I think as she looks at the Sandman, she just goes, thank you.
They nod. I apologize for not getting here sooner. As they kind of take in the wreckage that is around.
I mean, you probably had other stuff going on.
They nod before a portal begins to open up next to them. Would you like to leave?
I think she glances back at the destruction, and while looking at it, she just goes, you kind of explained this place to Autumn, but does it just happen, or did Grandfather Time make this?
Unfortunately, the realm of dreams and nightmares belong to me. I cannot control what you see. I can only stop them if necessary.
I think with that then, there is a moment where she glances back around and she is looking at the Sandman, not quite knowing what to say. Probably
Mhm.
doesn't sense any hostility from this.
No, he's telling the complete truth.
And she nods. She says, "Okay. I assume everyone else is through here then?"
Some of them. I still need to retrieve the others.
Well, go do your job then. And she will
They
sort of like brush off what is most likely cinders and ash from her outfit and just go, "Okay."
they simply motion for you to step in through the portal. A very obvious, like, you are welcome in. Like a little half bow almost.
She will sort of trepidatiously, very carefully put one foot through and step through the portal.
You see a very nice apartment. And you see Zeka face down on the floor and Kali in a chair beside her.
Oh my gosh. Zeka, are you okay? We'll rush over to Zeka immediately.
Hi, Vernal. The floor's really nice this time of the year. Would you like to join me?
Why are you on the floor? Is
Because
it
I
that
saw all
comfortable?
of you dead, and now it made me have different weird feelings, and it was not great. Oh wait, are my hands still bleeding?
What
Is
do
They
you
are
mean
not.
They're bleeding. I mean,
They are not.
You're doing
Okay.
good now, at least.
Why do you look like that?
What a question, damn.
What a time to finally address this.
Yeah.
Hi. I will say notable age difference between autumn and spring. For sure. Spring just goes, "Hi, Kali. How's it going? You don't seem too bothered by what's going on. Maybe I'm taking a shot right now."
Yeah.
Yeah, no checks are being rolled by Spring. I'll tell you that right now. She's like,
Okay.
"You seem good."
We're here now. It's fine. But, I mean, have you just always been able to change forms like this?
So, that's a bit of a long story. I don't know that now is. I think they'd get mad at me if now is when I told. It feels like now is not the time for that story. Don't get me wrong, I love telling the stories. I don't. That feels like a stern talking to waiting to happen, and I would rather avoid that.
You hear the muffled voice from the floor. Would it make you feel better if there was a pinky promise to go over this after we're out of this spooky dream realm?
Oh, yeah! And Spring will hold up her pinky towards Kali. Pinky promise.
He very tentatively kind of like looks over towards it and just kind of like awkwardly like takes her pinky and kind of taps it against yours like a teacup.
Perfect. And the pinky promise is binding. That cannot be broken. All right, upsie-daisy. We're getting you in a chair. She's gonna try to lift Zeka up like sitting in a chair.
Right. You mentioned you liked telling stories.
Yeah, stories are the best.
Do you want to tell one right now while we wait for the others? Just about anything, really?
Oh gosh. I mean, I guess. I mean, I guess I don't know how long. How long did you guys have to wait for me to show up? I don't want to get like halfway through a story and then have to stop the story.
I don't know.
The
The
endings are the best
concept of
parts.
time is a bit weird.
I was just about to
Mhm.
say that. You don't have a good grasp of what time it is. Like, there are these like big old windows in these apartments, and it is just a beautiful night sky. But there's no way of telling what fucking time it is. There's no clocks in here for a certain reason.
Mm-hmm.
I think she goes, I don't know how long you guys had to wait for me, but I don't want to tell a story and then, like, not be able to finish the endings are the best part of a story. Like, what if I can't tell the end?
Okay, then something else.
Wanna play a
Kali
game?
will look around for a deck of cards.
Yeah.
Do you wish for a deck of cards?
She kind of generally looks around in like the I'm imagining there's like cupboards and stuff like that.
You
Out of
open
curiosity,
Oh,
actually,
sorry.
you mentioned this was kind of styled like an apartment or something like that.
Yes.
Just because it's been like with the memories still fresh in her mind, she has a suspicion. She goes over to the kitchen at the top drawer on the right, where she remembers in her childhood home exactly where the cards were kept.
Yes.
Huh.
There is a deck of cards. Not touched.
Is that where people usually keep their cards? Why in the kitchen?
It just was easy enough to play with over dinner. Anyways, as she kind of just cracks open the cards, she starts quickly dealing them out to people.
All right, Texas Hold'em?
Works for me.
Perfect. You watch as Spring gets the cards that she has dealt, and while she is very carefree, shuffles these bridge style in a very casual manner and goes, let's play.
Holly, you have good. Holly, I hope you know that you've just sealed your doom with that one.
God.
Okay. As you guys are playing. Constanta.
Yes.
How is the best way I can describe this? You are broken. Not physically. Your soul feels like it is cracked in half. Like your heart is just a machine that is keeping you breathing. You are so numb that you are just a walking husk of a person. When the Sandman finds you, you feel rage start to envelop you to the point where you could see on Castian's face, as you begin to realize this is a dream, actual fear come over his expression. The soul cage is gone. The crown falls off his head. And there, looming like a tall shadow of death, is the Sand. And they look to you, waiting, allowing you to do what you wish.
As she starts to regain her faculties, she again relives every moment, but instead of the defeat and the perfection, it just makes her even more angry. She walks slowly up to Castian. She takes the crown places it on her own head, and leans in very close. I live this nightmare every day, but this time I'll remember. And this time I'll kill you. And she unleashes a point-blank Eldritch Blast directly into his chest.
You hear that shaky gasp escape from his lungs. It's like almost as if it was pushed out of his lungs as he wasn't expecting that. Multiple ribs crack at once. Blood spurts from his mouth and onto his clothes and onto you. And you see the life slowly fade from his eyes as he begins to disintegrate into sand. The Sandman looks at you.
She stares back at him.
Tell me when you would like to leave. And he says this like an understanding. He can conjure anything you'd like to get these emotions of wrath and justice out of you before he takes you away. So you tell him when you would like to leave. Because this is now your nightmare. You are conscious of what's happening in it. What would you like to do?
Bring him back. I'm not through with him yet.
Injured or not?
I don't care.
You see another version of your husband appear at the other end of this grandiose hall, limping with a giant hole in his chest. Blood is spurting out.
A very sinister grin spreads across her face. Oh, my darling Moonbeam, straighten your back a little bit. Such weakness doesn't become you.
You hear this attempt of speaking, but blood is gurgling in the back of his throat as more just spurts out of him as he's trying desperately to tell you to stop, to beg for mercy. But he knows you won't give that to him, ever.
Smile for me, my darling. You're ugly when you frown.
He collapses to his knees. Please.
She goes over, grabs him by the back of the head, full fist of hair.
Mm-hmm.
Where was my mercy? Where was Caldron's? You'll get nothing from me. And she'll pull out her blade and slit his throat. And she'll watch again. Oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say, more gurgling sounds just escape him as blood spurts from his throat.
She will watch him die, and I will just say, she's going to do this probably 20 more times.
Mm-hmm.
In various ways. Until finally, after she's killed him in a dozen different ways, she's gotten everything out, she'll turn to the Sandman. I think that was enough practice. Can we go?
The Sandman nods but they do take a single hand and kind of in a motion move it over you, not touching you, but to get rid of the blood splatters that coat everywhere on you before a portal opens beside him, and he kind of motions for you to enter in a half bow.
Thank you for this gift.
They nod.
She'll walk through.
You see an apartment. It's really nice. And you see some of your friends there, just chilling out, playing some cards.
Constanta, you should come over here. And do you have any more money?
Money? What
Can we
did I
roll to
walk
see
in on?
how well we did?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Rollies? Can we do rollies?
Rollies.
D100. Let's fucking go.
Oh,
My
D100.
proficiency in cards.
Big.
Is that
So you get advantage then if you have
Advantage, okay.
proficiency.
Oh, I gotta fucking double check because I'm stupid.
53. Not
I
bad.
sure don't.
ooh 57?
I do also have advantage.
Okay,
Oh,
you also
fuck.
have advantage.
Oh fuck.
I'm gonna roll them separate because I don't
Mhm.
want to Google what the fuck the thing is.
Yeah. Ooh.
Hey,
Ah.
so wait.
Zeka!
Oh, Zeka wins. Yeah, let's go.
Yes.
83, yeah.
Yeah, Zeka's currently sitting on a pool of money.
Do you have any more money? Zeka's way better at this than I remember.
This is my dragon ancestry kicking in.
Ah.
Really far off, but it's there. Every snake will tell you it's. Just don't bring it with Martine. I'm sure he'll feel a little slighted that he didn't get the size thing passed down, so.
Gotcha.
Hey Zeka, where's Martine?
Oh shit!
Oh fuck! Oh jeez!
Oh yeah, Zeka sits like straight up. I brought him with me! Holy shit.
Is he not here?
You look around.
There is
He's
a distinct
not
lack
there.
of sassiness! Oh,
That's not good.
the Sandman's gonna find him so.
Yeah.
I'm alone, him.
What if he finally dies? I finally don't have to play him.
Oh my God,
This
how
man just
dare
fucked
you. I'll cry.
over.
Anyway, Constanta,
Yes.
Yeah, we're here.
what are you doing? You going in? What are you doing?
But she pats her pockets for some gold.
Did you go to sleep with your gold in your pocket, everyone?
No.
We kept everything in her. Yeah.
Okay.
I seem to find myself a little light on coin.
Take death.
What if I just deal?
It's okay. We are also bidding with fingernails.
Jesus!
See the look
Oh
on
my
your
God.
face? Nah, I'm just fucking around. It's toenails.
Take 100 mood
That's
points.
Woo!
Nolan. So fucking stupid.
God.
That's so good though.
In that
Oh,
case, how about I just relax as a spectator?
I mean, all right.
I only have 10 to barter after all.
You don't have a coat. All right. I mean, your life.
Holly will pass her over another 50 gold.
Ooh, breaking out the good stuff.
Well, come on, it's just gonna be boring if I don't have people to get it back from.
That's fair. That's fair.
Hey Zeka, are you on the floor?
Still, yes, but now is like sitting upright instead of laying like on her stomach snake style.
Okay, never mind.
Okay.
Okay.
Not concerning at
The
all.
floor is lava,
Okay.
guys.
Bunley,
It's my turn.
it's your turn. You turn, and you see what you thought was this cute little Tanuki guy turn into this horrific fucking monster.
Yeah, and Bunley's screaming, jumping into the hole in the ground.
Before you have a chance to jump,
Oh boy.
Like a streak of green lightning, something managed to sink its tiny fangs into the neck of this creature and
Oh my
tackle it
God.
away from you.
Ah, ah, ah. What was that?
You look over and you see this creature kind of scuttle back into like the shadows. And you see this green little snake moving its head back and forth like it's talking mad shit against this thing.
Oh,
You know who
oh
this snake is.
Martine, you saved me.
Martine kind of whips his head around, narrows his eyes at you, and then slithers up to you. He still looks like he's talking mad shit, but you can't understand a word he's saying.
I'm sorry, Martine. I don't understand snake. I'll have to ask Zeka for some lessons. But thanks. Come on. Did you see the way out? I think this hole in the gun is the way out, but I wasn't sure.
Martine kind of like looks over, sticks out his tongue to smell the hole, and then shakes his head no.
No, that's not it.
Shakes his head no.
Okay. Well, do you want to look for it with me?
He like waits for you, looks down at himself and how tiny and how legless he is, and then looks back up at you like the sassiest fucking look you could ever see on a snake. Like,
oh, okay. I mean, I didn't want to. I mean, it seemed like you were doing really well for yourself. Just saved my life. But yeah. Bunley opens the front of his armor, and he'll pull the door open, and it swings like 180 degrees. And there's a little latch that he can latch it open onto.
mm-hmm.
So Martine can just sit in there, and he kneels down and holds out a hand for Martine to climb onto.
Martine stays on your hand. He kind of like wraps around one of your fingers and is like kind of like a lookout dog, like one of those like it swivels its head only north even though you move.
oh, okay, yeah, that works too. Yeah, okay, let's go then. Yeah, this place is pretty scary, but it is a dream, so it's not real and definitely not seeing the future or anything.
Martine just gives you a look like, what?
Yeah, that's exactly what I think too. And he starts walking. I think, if possible, he will attempt to go through the building and out a different entryway. I don't think he can bring himself to go confront the reality of fake Jackie again.
So you move deeper into the abandoned costume store.
Yes.
As you're like kind of moving away, like costumes, boas, masks, everything, you hear like this gentle knocking, and you see Martine kind of like move his body to tug your hand toward the knocking.
Oh, yeah, this way.
As you move,
That is.
there is a door at the very, very end. It's very hard to see. And it slowly opens, and there is the Sandman.
As it's like creaking open, Bunley holds out his mixing spoon very defensively. Only lowers it once he sees, oh, it's someone I know who maybe doesn't want to kill me. Bunley looks at them and says, are you gonna grow big teeth and try to eat me too?
The Sandman cannot blink. No.
Oh, okay, thanks. That's nice.
Would you like to leave?
Yeah.
And then they kind of look at Martine, and like almost a "what the fuck are you doing here?" expression comes on their face. Like they don't know how Martine got there. They were with
Martine's an
Zeka.
extra-dimensional traveler now.
Yeah, exactly. How the fuck did Martine get to your nightmare? Weird.
Oh yeah, I guess he followed us in here. He saved my life. I don't speak snake though, so I can't answer any of the questions that you have.
The Sandman sprinkles a little bit, I want to say pixie dust, it's not sand, over Martine. Yeah, I saved this dumbass's life. You can understand him.
Oh boy. It's not very nice of you, but I guess I can't be unappreciative.
What kind of guy just looks into a hole just because some dude says it so? That's
the last one was a
survival
hole in the
101.
ground.
You can't just look into people's stuff. That's wrong.
I'm sorry.
As you should. If I didn't come over here, you would be that thing's lunch.
Yeah, thanks.
He just huffs, and a portal begins to open up.
Let
And
me
the Sandman.
He opens his cookie compartment. I made muffins, didn't I?
I think so.
Can I take off a little piece of muffin and offer it to Martine? Can you take this as a thank you gift?
You think I can eat this? Yeah, of course I'll take this out of thank you gift. Who do you think I am? He eats it. There's like a... You can see it like go down his neck and then settle as like a little beer gut, like right near at the bottom.
But he's like grimacing so hard trying to smile. Well, Sandman, yeah, you said we could leave?
If you wish. And you see the portal open up and they motion for you to step inside.
I wish very much, thank you. Step on through.
You're in a nice apartment. And your friends are chilling playing cards.
Finley kind of looks around, not seeing everyone at first as he's walking through the portal.
Mm-hmm.
He goes, wow, this place is really nice. It must be owned and not lent.
Oh my gosh, Charlie!
Oh my god, everyone's here! Wait. Where's Jimmy?
Oh, he's not here yet.
Oh, do we have a reason to believe he should be here soon?
People are kind of just showing up. Do you have money?
Well, I slept in my armor and everything should be in. Bubbly sticks a hand inside his oven.
Hey! Why do you need the bun man's money?
And we can
Oh
play
yeah!
Hey,
Where
where
the
did you
fuck
go?
am- No, where did I go? Where the fuck did you go? 1 minute I was cruising in a cool mech thing. The next I'm trying to kill these motherfuckers that are trying to hurt the bun man.
Listen, just because Bunley's smaller doesn't mean his mech isn't as cool. You're still in one.
My mech is the coolest thing ever, and I got ripped away from it.
Yeah,
I
that's
put
how.
Martine in the oven.
No, get me
How
out
slow
of
is
here.
it? Like
No.
spraying him
Oh
down.
my god.
Yeah, it's like a mech.
That
right?
this is no. I had the Snake 3000.
Boy, look at this. Bunley turns the handle of the door so it's inside the door. Puts it in front of Martine.
Am I supposed to be impressed?
Yeah, it's the handle.
You're gonna have to put
Ooh.
up a good fight to get, try to beat the Snake 3000, buddy.
It's a handle for people with hands, huh?
I mean, I was assuming you could like wrap your.
Oh,
hand
you
around
can
it.
assume
Bunley.
you're assuming people? You're assuming snakes have hands and can use
No,
handles?
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
Put
I
me
didn't
down.
You
intend-
know what they say about assuming, Bunley? It means you have a nice ass.
Shit.
What?
No, what the fuck? What?
Wait, who are you?
Oh my god.
Oh my gosh.
That actually killed me. That actually killed me. Holy shit.
What do you
Yeah,
mean? I'm your worst nightmare.
Bunley, Vernal, Bunley, our best
Oh.
friend.
I thought you looked kind of familiar, but I mean, Vernal's done the whole changing their style up thing before.
Yeah, that's a story, but not a story for now, because I don't know how time works here.
Fair enough. Do you guys want some muffins?
Yes.
I handled the muffins.
Also, I have to ask, if Bunley pulls out his money, does he sound like, when you shake a piggy bank?
Yeah.
Yes.
It's arm-
Good.
How much money do I let me
Good.
check? Okay.
1 second.
Oh.
Why the fuck didn't y'all check the safe? There's money in there.
The
Is there
what?
safe in this room?
There's
Put me down, buddy man.
I put
Bump.
Martine down.
You see him slither like past Zeka, and there's like this little what's the word? Like not nightstand, like a little dresser with like a drawer in it.
Yeah.
And
Side table.
yes, thank you. And underneath it, he starts to bonk his head, and it's hollow.
Oh.
Buddy, you just can't do that to people's furniture. That could be their drug
I
spot. You're
got
narking
the
the
floor.
cops.
The floor.
In the floor?
Move
He's
this
in the
hunk of
floor.
junk.
Alright, and Zeka gets up. You can't understand Snake.
No,
Oh,
he's
wait,
speaking
he
tongues.
He speaks
Oh.
now.
Oh shit.
I'll help Zeka move the nightstand.
It moves, and he's like pointing with his tail to move the floorboards.
I'll use my mech hands to remove the floorboards.
There is indeed a safe.
No. Oh,
Ooh.
how'd you know that was there?
Martine, why do you know where their drug stash is? This isn't our house.
Why you asking so many questions?
That's fair. You never ask questions about someone else's drug stash.
Are you
Have
a
you
narc?
been here? Have you been here?
I
didn't
know.
think you left
Why
the
you
house.
why are you asking so many questions that don't need answers right now?
Because I just had an existential crisis. I don't know how many minutes ago, and I am trying to cope with it.
Okay, cope with money.
Oh.
I'm gonna try to pull the safe out.
You cannot. It is in there.
Okay, I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
Can I use my artisan's blessing to craft the safe into something else from around the money?
In this circumstance, no.
Okay.
This
it would
realm-
Take an hour.
This realm does not work the same.
Understandable.
You-
Also, that was kind of a bullshit.
Yeah, I don't. I'm gonna dismantle the safe.
That's
and
not how it
rearrange
works.
It would technically work.
Yeah,
God.
it sure would. But if you could dismantle it, just take out the fucking. Anyways. Can I pick the safe?
You can try.
Can we even see like the? Is
Can
it, like,
I?
How does it set up?
Pause.
Mhm.
Hold on.
Yeah.
There is a
Jimmy,
safe.
hold on here.
You look inside, and there is like it's one of those keypad things, but there's also like a turny thing.
Hmm.
Hmm.
But before we get to that, Jimmy.
Yes.
Good point.
Drag him in.
Hey, Jimmy.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
How's he doing?
He's not doing good.
Mm-hmm.
Just on the floor crying. Just lost his wife and he's there. That's the worst thing ever.
Your eyebrows fell out.
What the fuck?
Sorry, that was really mean. As you're crying, having this existential crisis, the Sandman kind of appears behind you, but is like, isn't sure how to even approach you. You hear him clear his throat. This man doesn't need to breathe.
Just turns to the Sandman. His face is just snot. What are you doing here?
I came to get you? Is this
What?
a bad time?
It's the worst time. I lost my hair and my wife.
You never had a wife. You still have your hair.
Jimmy puts a hand to his head. Does he
You
have
feel hair?
again?
You feel it. Kate, I'm taking away your moon points.
Coward.
This is the realm of nightmares. You are in a nightmare. Do you wish to leave?
Yeah, I want to go back to my wife.
Who is your wife you're referring to?
Whisper lady.
That's in the realm of dreams. We cannot go back there for now.
Oh.
I apologize?
I mean, thank you. It's just, I miss my wife, Sandman.
Take 50 moon points. This is so stupid.
How many did you say?
50.
50.
50.
Thank you.
The portal opens up where the mirror that you lost your hair to was. And he kind of motions you to step inside.
He steps in. He's still very much naked.
As you step
15.
in, you begin to feel that the armor start to slowly, like building blocks, slowly crawl back onto your skin and onto your clothes to protect you again. It's like very, very subtle. Like it's trying not to alert the Sandman it's happening. But it's back on.
Huh. That's nice.
As you step through the portal, you are reunited with your friends in a very nice apartment.
It's a nice apartment.
Oh, Jimmy!
Oh my gosh,
We
Jimmy!
just found I think Martine called it a drug safe?
Who's that person?
Martine? You've met
No,
Martine.
no, this is Vernal. She
Oh.
just did the whole, like, restyling thing again.
Oh, it's
Martine
a long
is this.
story.
Yeah, Martine is the snake that I had gotten, so we could talk
I
to
remember
Kevin
the
to talk
snake.
about the challenges, because none of us can speak moth, but Kevin could speak. Not Kevin. Martine can speak moth because he's a snake, and I can speak snake because
They know the story! Can we open the...
Yeah, we're checking a safe for drugs.
All right, now can I attempt to pick
Jugs?
the drugs?
Drugs.
Oh.
drugs?
illicit substances.
I was happy for a second.
Get the fuck out of here.
Is there a chance that that Constanta could find alcohol somewhere, preferably wine?
Make a perception check with advantage. You go to the kitchen and you open this cabinet, and it is filled with all kinds of wines. Some that you personally really like and is very hard to get a hold of, and some you've never even seen before.
She will take the most delicious looking one and a few glasses. Would anyone else like some wine to deal with whatever is happening here currently?
Can I have a bottle?
She'll just pick a random one and toss it to him.
Thank
Yo,
you.
do you have any Yoo-hoo?
Oh, Yuka's my favorite!
Yeah, do you have any Yoo-hoo over there?
Or to become a child?
Fuck you!
Constanta takes a
all ages drink.
Constanta takes a swig directly from the bottle and goes sorting through the fridge. Are there any Yoo-hoo?
Roll with advantage again. There is indeed Yoo-hoo.
You lucked out, Vernal.
Woo!
Sure. Do you want it in a cup or in the pouch?
Looks over at Bunley, who also wanted Yoo-hoo. You just want to pass it?
Yeah, we can just pass it.
All right, that works. Just the pouch.
All right. Here you go.
Spring
Is
will
having crisis.
100% like so Yoo-hoo also comes in like bottles.
You also comes.
I'm gonna kill you, Nemo.
But knowing that this is like the juice pouch one, we'll go ahead and put the straw in and take a few sips and then hand it back over to Bunley.
We
Mhm.
passed the yoo-hoo.
Okay. Kali, you want to open the safe now?
Yes, real quick. Before she does, as like Constanta is asking for like for if people want drinks, she stays silent as she normally does. But knowing at least a vague idea of this place, she gets up for a second and she say, let me check the fridge instead. As she's gonna look around in the fridge to see if there's anything that she can drink.
There is indeed blood bags with your favorite type of.
68-year O negative.
Let's think. I'm not
I
gonna
think
say
the fridge
anything.
is broken.
I was so close.
Yeah,
to
you
perfection.
hear the fridge making noises.
She
Brrr.
she closes the fridge for it. It fucking explodes from the noise. All right, I'll head back over to the safe and start picking at it.
Make me an
Nice.
Arcana check.
Bro, she's on the other side of the room. How did that pick up?
That cat's fucking loud.
Exact echolocation. Arcana check. That's not the rogue skill. Oh boy.
As soon as you try to touch this, like, any part of the lock, you are immediately repelled from it. Like, there's even, like, a little shock of, like, don't touch it.
Okay, what the hell? Why did it shock me?
Are you having trouble with the lock?
I can't even touch it.
I just said, I don't really have a plan.
I touch it.
You can all touch it.
Yeah.
It's
Is it
free.
just shocking?
I just
Does
said
it hurt us
shock
or
me.
Everybody talked at once. What?
Can we touch it without being zapped?
You can try.
Yeah, I touch it.
Let us touch it.
Each of you get shocked.
Why would you all try it too?
I got an idea. I take out my
Communal-
other mitts.
I mean, communal touching might have worked. Who knows?
Stop.
What?
Well, maybe it was just you. I don't know.
You think that you think that safe is racist against me?
I don't know.
You never know.
You never know.
Holy shit.
Bunley, you were getting out your tools?
Yeah, I get out my oven mitts.
Even through your mitts, do you
Damn.
feel the shock?
Is it really hurt, or can I just kind of keep my hand on the burner and?
Okay,
Why
when you
are you doing this?
okay, the first time that you initially touch it, each of you, it's like a little shock, like you would touch like it's something staticky, you know?
Yeah.
The second time, it hurts 10 times worse. And if you
Oh.
continue to try it, it's not gonna go well.
Oh, it just keeps hurting more.
How many
fast
times do you
think
try
can
it?
unlock it?
How many times do you try it?
That's a question for Kali.
God.
How fast do you think you can unlock it?
Gosh. If he is touching it, like, could I attempt a check?
You can try if you really want to.
Seems like a good
I'm
idea.
willing to put Bunley's life at risk for this.
Okay.
Alright, thieves' tools. 21.
Oh.
Bunley, you take 1 point of damage. Kali,
Excellent.
you take 5.
Oh.
I'm going to use my reaction to extend my arcane ward over to Kali, so Kali doesn't take any damage.
Kali, you don't take damage, surprisingly.
I will say, it looks like it's going to shock you, and then you see what is, or you feel what almost feels like a breeze blow over your hands as you sort of get goosebumps, and it's very reminiscent of just walking out into a field, letting your hand run through fields of flowers, as this sort of light shimmers off of Vernal, and they go, "Okay, so this is doing damage. Let's be careful."
Did she get it open?
No!
Good.
Hey,
Martine, why did you bring us to this? It's just zapping us.
I don't know. I thought there would be stuff in it. It's not my fault you guys can't use your hands.
Look, can you touch it?
I'm not gonna touch it.
Why do you want him to get zapped?
I'm very confused. How'd you know this was here? Why'd you bring it to...
Before any more questions are asked,
Sure.
you hear the door of the apartment open and then shut.
No, stranger danger! I run over.
The Sandman.
Oh,
What's wrong with you people?
we've all just been through it.
What are you doing today?
Oh, hey, how's it going?
I put the spoon down.
As the Sandman walks in, I will admit, Bunley, you don't recognize them at first. You know how in Howl's Moving Castle, when Howl turns into that crow-like thing? He kind of looks reminiscent of that, covered in this black, both feather and fire and hair thing that slowly starts to melt off him the farther he steps into his apartment, until he is standing there, no cloak, almost looking like drained of power and energy. The Sandman, drained of power and energy in his own realm.
Sandman, are you okay?
I will be fine. And he almost stumbles as he sits in a chair nearby.
Bunley's like 3 feet tall, but he tries to offer, like, I guess his head for support.
They take it, I guess, and just kind of not
Hands
putting
above
any
his head,
pressure.
holding one hand.
There's no pressure at all. His entire hand probably engulfs your head.
God.
And kind of just sinks into a chair. Very slowly, all of his muscles start to just loosen, and his head kind of tilts back. This wave of a waterfall of hair just down the side of his chest and down the back of the chair he sits in, and just closes his eyes.
Is the hair made out of sand as well? Or is it
You
want to
find out?
I think if Spring will definitely scoot closer and try to get a good look at the hair.
You can't tell by looking.
Can I braid your hair?
You see one eye peek open, so tiredly. What?
Can I braid your hair? I've never braided non-normal hair before. I want to give it a shot. Is it made out of sand?
The Sandman doesn't need to breathe. There is no air in his lungs, but you hear the deepest sigh escape him.
Just like Onimori for real.
My entire being is made of sand.
And they braid the sand?
Yeah, so that's not a no.
Can you turn to glass?
Can I turn to what?
Glass.
Are you turning to glass?
Glass.
I
I
have
think it's what Jimmy said, yeah.
never tried.
Well,
Insight.
Oh. 19.
He's lying.
Ooh.
If you give above a 15, you can tell he's lying.
Mm,
I
that tracks.
think Vernal goes, well, it seems like you kind of know what's going on here, and maybe you want to have a moment. And I'm just saying, braided hair always makes me feel better.
If that is what you wish, I will not stop.
Sick. And Vernal will use mold earth to braid his hair.
You didn't need
I
to,
love that.
but you
I
can.
love that.
100%.
Kali, did you want to did you want to roll an insight check?
I think with that statement, I think she genuinely wouldn't suspect that he's.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
He's so defeated in the moment, then she's like, that's his upset face.
When you braid the Sandman's hair, it is like smooth as silk, even more than silk, if that's even possible. It is like there are no tangles, there are no knots. It is the smoothest, softest thing you have felt ever.
Ooh.
It is like you are braiding the night sky itself.
What product do you use?
It's called Sahara. Sorry.
But
I mean, hey. Vernal like takes out her spell book, which you can see is very nicely made, flips to the back page, and like all of the other pages are very nicely written arcane equations. The back page is filled with badly handwritten notes, all of which are about the most petty shit, and writes down Sahara hair care.
Good.
Alright, perfect. So, like, Fen, what's the deal right now? As Vernal is braiding the hair.
Who are you asking what's the deal right now?
Sandman.
Oh,
Yeah.
breaking people's nightmares takes a very heavy toll on my body and powers.
Well, thank you.
They just, they don't want to move their head to mess you up. Is everything to your liking here? And he looks at all of you, seeing you have the wine and the yoo-hoo and the cards.
I mean, yeah.
it's cozy. Your floors are nice.
Hey, Sandman! What the fuck is this thing? And he points to the open the open safe.
The safe is open?
No, I meant the floorboards. Sorry.
Oh, okay.
Should've
I was like,
clarified.
Martine opened the safe?
Holy shit!
Him, no hands. Got it.
Oh, Joe, Martina's cracked.
It's bad, guys.
Fuck, I should have done that. I'm pissed. Damn it.
Yeah, what's that?
The Sandman looks over, a tiny frown from seeing you guys snooping through his shit.
Sorry he found your drugs.
They are not. There's no money in that safe. If that is what you were. Damn it! There's no fucking money. Why would you have a safe? Silence.
Okay, well, I guess, don't want to, bother your stuff.
And yet you did. Did you try to open it?
Looks over at Kali and Bunley.
Sorry, Sammy, we didn't know this was your place.
We did attempt it a few times over.
My defense, I just got here. I have nothing to do with this.
Are you finished braiding my hair?
Oh, yeah.
Slowly, they stand. And it's a pretty braid, and it goes... His hair is long. Like Rapunzel-esque long.
Oh, yeah. It was definitely, here, I'll find a picture. You keep going.
And silently, he steps over toward the safe, moves his hand over it, and 4 different arcane locks unlock.
Oh, shit.
And he pulls out a book.
Oh.
And he sets it down on a coffee table before resuming his spot in his seat. This book is almost more like a tome. It is thick. It has like this golden lettering over the top of the spine. And at first when you look at it, it's like in a different language that you kind of have to blink a few times to figure out what's even these symbols or scrolling or whatever you're witnessing. But after a few moments, it kind of looks like a mirage. And it says memories that each of you can understand.
Ooh.
Oh.
Oh, I can see why it was guarded. I'm sorry for digging into your personal stuff.
They don't say anything. Martine, though,
Hell yeah.
this is stupid. Why would you guard a book? Sometimes, when I am in the realm of nightmares, it is hard for me to come back and remember who I am. I cannot control my unconscious for very long. Especially breaking nightmares. So I have this book as a reminder. Are you stupid?
Damn.
Martine, I'm gonna put you in a sock or something. Stop
What do you
being
mean
mean.
a sock? What? I'm not being mean. I'm asking questions. Y'all are allowed to ask questions and I can't?
You
He-
can, but it's how you're wording it is mean. Be
Okay,
all
you're
nice.
kind of stupid. Is that better?
I can
Oh,
see
Martine,
this is
didn't
going to be
you
a
feel
long
when we-
process.
Oh, sorry. Didn't you feel when we went into the nightmare place that it's kind of hard to tell whether it was real or fake?
Who are you saying this to?
Martine.
Say what the question again? Sorry.
Yes, when you went in the Dream and Nightmare place, wasn't it kind of hard to tell whether it was real or fake?
No? I knew this shit wasn't real.
No?
Martine's built different.
Martine's just built different.
Oh, well, I kind of felt that I had to, like, think really hard about it, and if Sandman's going through that a whole bunch every day, I can see why it would be difficult.
But I mean, he's the Sandman. Ain't this whole thing his deal?
Well, sure, but I bake, and I still sometimes burn myself on the cookie sheet.
That's a skill issue. Yeah, my guy Jimmy, he gets it, this guy.
Phone is so defeated. Oh, go on, Salmon. Is there anything we needed from this, or?
If you wish to look, you may.
No.
You are going to stay here for the night until you get your bearings together.
Oh, thank you.
But once you are ready, we will go into the unconscious.
Alright, that's the next step.
That is where Grandfather Time is.
Say, is Grandmother Time single or is they still married?
There is no Grandmother Time.
Hmm.
There is no... I do not have a mother, if that is what you are asking.
Oh.
Wait, then, how?
Do not ask.
Okay.
I mean, is Grandfather
Do
Time
not
single? Oh, okay.
ask.
It's like a sponge.
Well,
I'm
Sorry,
gonna
I'm Elliot.
fucking...
I mean, if we got time, I guess just sitting around here.
Do you want us to deal you in?
No.
Would you like
However,
Oh.
as you guys are sitting around near the cards, small sacks of coins appear beside you.
Yo, free money.
We can gamble, for real.
Yeah, we can put the toenails away.
What?
Hey,
We did
Vernal,
insist that you not use those.
Of
Hey-
course, I would never. No,
Vernal, do you go to touch one of the coins?
I mean, if they just appear. I mean,
You die.
You're dead.
yeah.
Midas touch, you turn into gold.
Yeah.
Shit. Yeah, I think she goes for it.
They're chocolate coins.
Yo! Instantly consumes a whole bag.
You're going
And you're
to
out
get,
of coins.
For now, that's metal. Ah!
you're going to get oh, okay. Okay.
Thank you.
Hmm.
Well, we
They
can
are
keep
from-
one of them to the end if we want to play the card game.
These are from
The
wait.
dream realm.
Oh, I was gonna guess they were from the material plane. Do you guys make these in the dream realm?
Anything you can dream of,
That
we can make.
that checks out.
The Sandman looks to Constanta, seeing her down a bottle of wine.
Yes.
How are you feeling?
Oh, I'm feeling quite alright.
Are you telling the truth?
I don't know.
Okay.
I legitimately do not know.
Fair.
There are rooms for each of you if you wish to use them. You will be
That's
safe
what-
here, I promise.
Can we double sleep?
If you wish to share rooms, you may.
Oh, that's what the rooms are for.
Jesus Christ.
What did you think they were for?
No. I thought it was like resting thing, but now that you said it's for sharing. But
Do you want to go back to the realm of Bald?
no.
The realm of what?
Whoa, what happened in your nightmare room, Jimmy?
Zeka
was
whips off her
horrible.
scarf. You matched me!
Didn't have a good time. I lost my wife and I lost my hair.
You have a wife?
I didn't know you were married.
I
Oh, the
was.
baldness isn't that bad. You get used to it. You become really aerodynamic.
Hello,
I-
Zeka.
I don't want to be aerodynamic. I like wind resistance.
Oh, you just have to give it time. That's the big thing. Oh, you could tattoo on hair. Then you'd have hair.
Oh.
That looks so bad though.
Well, I mean, if we got time, we can play more games. I mean, if we can make any game, I got a lot of games that we could play. We could probably make some food. Oh, I bet we can make some food. That would go good.
Is this a stocked kitchen?
The Sandman, it takes a lot of effort for him to just wave his hand, but he does in like a shaky motion, and all of a sudden the kitchen is fully stocked with fruits, vegetables, any kinds of sweets you can think of. Everything you need is there.
Well, thank you very much. But from now on, you hold on tight, Sam. I'm gonna make you a meal that'll make you feel a million times better.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
The
you're
Sandman
spoiling
goes to argue, but physically can't anymore.
Good. No argument will be heard.
They just close
Okay.
their eyes.
Mr. Sandman, why are you spoiling us like this? Don't we have something to do?
You need time to rest.
Oh,
For what you are going to face is far worse than anything the Nightmare Realm can conjure up. As he's
Are you
speaking, the gravelness in his voice is getting deeper and deeper, and he looks like he's almost fading.
And I'm making curry and smoothies.
Finally, we need a smoothie. ASAP.
The blender is like immediately on.
In the background.
Yeah. Is he kind of stabilizing when he doesn't talk anymore, or like is he still just getting worse and worse by the second?
When he doesn't talk, it's stabilizing because he has to move his mouth physically and little bits of sand will come off. But if he's quiet, he won't.
Bummy's freaking out.
Zucca's gonna look for like 40 straws to make like a giant mega straw for the Sandman so they don't have to move.
Why don't we just let the Sandman freeze up for a second here?
yeah, I think that's for the best.
If they want it later.
I
be there
set
for
up overtime. I make a meal and set up everybody, including the Sandman, with a plate of steaming hot curry and rice and a fruit smoothie. And I find a tray to get one real close to Sandman. So if they want some, they gotta move like not at all to get to it. Like there's like a straw and we've connected them like a series of tunnels and it stops like right in front of their mouth.
Oh, incredible.
Good.
It's the
Good.
Fae realm. We don't need physics.
Facts.
So true.
Holly will take her plate and she'll just mention you guys can play a few rounds without me. And she will look at the book of memories and probably just take that to a different room to start rifling through.
You take the book and you go into a different room. When you enter this room, it starts to morph into a mix of your childhood room and a more appropriate, I guess is the best word, size for you. The bed fits for you. There are no windows. But there are still those little drawings you had, some toys scattered about. And
She
beside
picks
the
up
bed,
a plush bat very affectionately.
good. Beside the bed is a plastic stethoscope and a tiara.
She sits on the edge of the bed as she begins to read.
You open this book, and it's like the pages themselves are made of this delicate, barely holding on pieces of scrap and sand and just magic. And you look through this, And it's like, they're just pictures of your mom, of how they met, when they finally kissed for the first time. He was so nervous that bits of sand would just fall out of him constantly. When you were brought into this world, the way he cried when he held you, the way your mom called him a baby, the things he missed during your childhood because he couldn't be there without alerting the Fae that you were alive, that you were his child. There are cats fucking wrestling under me! Get away!
Out of curiosity, who was the one that named her real name?
Sandman. Well, it was a mix, but mainly the Sandman. The last memory in that book was when he met you for the first time during when this whole thing started. This whole Lunar Leader competition started. And how he seared that into his memory as best as he could. The rest of the book is blank, waiting for more memories to fill it. There are also pages that are missing, ripped out.
I'm assuming she has exactly the pages that are ripped out.
Insight check.
I'll use a
Okay.
Sonic guy for this one.
Okay.
Yikes.
Damn. I'll give you this.
Mhm.
From in between when Kali was born, to now, the pages that are ripped out, you can tell
Sorry,
that's...
I have advantage on these.
I'm gonna kill you.
I'm sorry.
Okay,
15.
fine. From, the pages that are ripped out, the one where your mom got destroyed. Those are ripped out. However, there are ones before he met your mother that have been ripped out. Mainly in the beginning of the book.
Sus.
Hmm.
Salmon's hiding their mom.
Interesting. But yeah, no, between like that and him meeting Kali's mother, like there's just nothing there. Or at least nothing of import.
No. That isn't in this book. This book has been guarded for a reason. The other memories before that do not need to be. Or maybe he destroyed them. You don't know.
Yeah, no. She stays in her room for a good long bit. She tries out of sheer politeness at least a few bites of the food that Bunley served her. Of course, it still tastes like nothing.
Actually, in this realm, you can taste it.
Oh shit.
This isn't normal food. You are not in the realm of the Fae nor the humans. You are in the realm of dreams, nightmares, and the unconscious, but in a weird, safe pocket. You can taste this food, eat it, and digest it.
Hmm. You mentioned it was a curry and a smoothie, right?
Bunley?
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Mhm.
Yes.
Yeah. The curry, she has at least she can at least smell spice enough that even if the food turns to ash in her mouth, she at least vaguely knows the idea of what it should taste like. The idea of sweetness from the smoothie, though, she's literally never been able to taste it in her life. And yeah, no, it's extremely odd since actually, well, she's able to taste it through the blood she drinks, but it's an odd sensation to finally get to try it from the source.
It's like giving a medieval peasant a
Exactly,
TED.
it's like a blast.
Holy shit.
Oh god.
Doritos and Baja Blast.
But yeah, she'll stay in her room for a good bit before possibly joining the others.
Mm-hmm.
Finally, this is so good.
Well, thank you. I
How's-
just, wanted to make something hearty, so whatever we're facing tomorrow, we're on our best feet.
I thought you just made pastries.
Well, I can cook too. That's
that's
what you
good.
learn in bakery cooking school that I went to.
Culinary school?
Culinary school, that's what it's called. If you don't know the basics and most of the stuff in the kitchen, then you can't really get good at everything, you know?
I mean, yeah, that makes sense. Oh boy. Okay, so there's a lot of food in here, but we've done most of the cooking stuff. What do you guys want to
You
do?
turn around and there's 50 bowls of various pastries in several different stages of completeness.
Vernal, you've released a demon.
I'm okay with
Why?
that. What do you guys want to do? You got a lot of time.
Do you?
I don't know.
Going against grandfather time? Sorry, I'll stop.
Beer. Well,
We
I don't know.
we could play games again. We could braid hair. We could tell stories. We
Oh,
could.
didn't you have a story that was really long that you wanted to tell for now?
Oh shit! And after everything has been baked, Vernal will run over to the room that Kali was on and just, hey. Knock, knock, knock,
Yeah.
knock, knock, knock.
Yeah. As she opens the door, you can see all of there's the random plushies and drawings scattered around the room.
Oh my gosh. And I think Spring, not understanding boundaries, should you not be taking up the entire doorway, would attempt
Yeah, no, you could
to
use
enter your room. 100% is I gotta get in there, and will dart into your room and just go, oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh, the little tiara. And is immediately going to look at every single drawing, is going to look at everything. We'll probably try to put on the tiara. I think is having a field day in this room.
Yeah. As you do so, for a second, you can see her about to rush over and about to slap your hand as she realizes what an insane thing that she's kind of doing is she's just staring you in the eyes, and she's just frozen in a moment with just her hand halfway to stopping you.
We gotta. I'm sorry. I gotta do it quick. She pauses. She goes, "Oh, I'm sorry.
Just seems like a lot of delicate things in this
Yeah,
room.
no, you're all good. I don't want to upset the Sandman's house." Sort of, she like purses her lips and looks at Callie like, "Yeah, right."
Mm-hmm. And I'll go ahead and roll my deception. I'll give myself. That's definitely a disadvantage.
She goes, "Yeah, all right." Sets the tiara down. Well, I was gonna tell that story if you wanted to come chill with us.
Out of curiosity, too. You mentioned she's like staring at all of those, like the drawings and stuff like that, right?
Mm-hmm.
Cool. You want to roll a perception check real quick? Because there would be a name signed to some of these drawings.
Of course.
This Vernal can't read. No, I'm kidding.
Horrifying.
15.
15.
Finding you in my DM list.
Perfect.
Imagine how fucking funny every nature character Nolan has played can't fucking read.
No, fuck off.
Reading's
hard.
Nemo, shush.
Jimmy, take 10 moon points.
I can't play Ebony again as a character.
Again?
Shush.
Again.
I think Vernal just smiles and just goes, "Well, when you're ready, we're telling stories." And Vernal will set down all of the things she has, but she probably has like 5 things in her arms, and will try to delicately set them down, and then sprint out of the room.
Right. She will head back over to the group, and she'll place the memories book right back next to Sandman. As she does so, while she was in the room, she added one more drawing to the book of memories and one of the blank pages near the end. The drawing is of Kali and the Sandman, both just sitting next to each other with a glass of wine, just talking.
Aww. Guys, the tarot, it's right.
Yeah. She sets the book down though next to the
Question. It is late. Do you want to tell the story now? Or do you want to tell the story when we come back?
Ooh.
Do you?
I think it might be good to quickly tell it now.
Okay.
So that way we can start off fresh at the next session.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Just wanted to make sure.
Mm-hmm. That way, yeah, we can reset vibes for next session. I think Vernal, assuming there was a bunch of chairs in the room, will take all of the cushions off of the chairs and put them in a circle on the ground, for everyone to sit down in a what she will deem a story circle. As she goes ahead and helps Bunley bring over the pastries that he has been making, so that way everyone has their own little plate of pastries. Make sure everyone has a drink. We'll bring several bottles of wine and just put them next to Constanta's pillow. And once everyone is sort of sat down, she just goes, "Okay, everyone got their drinks, everyone got their pastries, everyone got their stuff. Okay. Whew, okay, story time. Where do I start? And you'll see that there's a long moment where Spring is sort of thinking things over, and as she starts to think, a lot of her cheery attitude starts to go away, as she starts to think about a lot of the details of the story that she is about to tell. And as she is doing so, her hands sort of go up onto her shoulders as she is just sort of staring down into her her glass of yoo-hoo that she has in front of her, as she takes a moment and in a familiar sight that most of you have seen, there is a small buildup and then flash of white before spring will disappear, and you will see instead winter, who will reappear in her place. As he sort of looks up at everyone and just goes, I'm sorry, but I don't trust her to handle this with, care.
Oh,
I
you
guess
did
I
it
should say.
again.
Yes, I did it again.
Oops, I
Oops.
did it. Thank you. 50 points, Nemo. 50 fucking points.
Good.
I'm sorry, I don't trust Spring to handle this with any sort of, care. So I want to make sure that we do this correctly.
Okay.
I suppose she did promise you a story, though, so let me tell you a story. I suppose the easiest way to go about any of this is to, I was not always like how I am now. I was someone who, whilst growing up, had a lot of time and sought to experiment and tinker and mess with things. Liked putting together small clocks or music boxes or any broken item I could get my hands on. Mechanics were what thrilled me. But I could not do that forever. And through, I suppose the best way to describe it is a falling out. I was forced to leave home. I had been working on something at the time that those around me deemed unnatural. And they sought to take our research from us. And I did the only thing that I could, and I left. Turns out being a child alone in the Fae realm doesn't quite go the way you plan. And through arcane mishaps and the like, I now have this. And Winter will unbutton his large coat that he has on to reveal his chest, and almost lodged into the center of his chest, you see probably what is I would say 4-inch almost in diameter, like large, like crystal prism that is just embedded into his chest, that is glowing and pulsing with a kaleidoscope of colors.
Whoa. That's crazy, Vernal.
On that day, I discovered the others that were with me, who had been quiet all along, and we have been a team ever since. The changes that you see are brought about by concern for us as a whole. Autumn can usually handle most things, but she is not perfect. And should things need to be treated with more severity and a level head, I will step up. You have not seen Summer, although I do not think that should things go smoothly, he would ever need to, I guess, make an appearance. And you met Spring, as much as I had tried to avoid that.
Oh, there was nothing wrong with Spring.
She views the Fae and the world with a hope and an innocence that is not realistic. And while I love her, I know the danger that can get her into. Especially with what's going on right now. The pain that she felt when in that nightmare was unbearable, and I could do nothing but watch. We are here so she does not have to endure events like that.
So you all share Vernal with the crystal and kind of like a bunch of people who just switch out?
We are all Vernal as a team.
Yeah, I guess you all like recognized us, so
Yes, even now, Autumn and Summer and Spring are all listening, let's call it. But too many hands on the steering wheel makes things difficult to do. So,
I imagine that can be confusing. What if he gets hungry?
it is not a situation where we have to worry about food for each one of us. The experiment did not... It is not a quantum disposition, more of a... a transformation that we can undergo, should you say.
Huh.
It's not like
Okay,
there
I
are
guess
three
that
people
makes
sitting in
sense.
a void somewhere waiting to do things. They're all here. Autumn, she was trying to be careful before and not say anything. But after the ball and the cat sort of got out of the bag, she didn't really have an opportunity to do anything with us immediately diving into the dreaming, and... Well, she might protest. I think you all deserve an explanation. And Spring promised you, I suppose.
Well, probably for the best if we know what's going on, that we can help out. Like, not pry it, but that big crystal, does that hurt? It looks like it would hurt.
It's not something that we notice anymore. It is like having a constant pain for a long period of time. It, at some point, becomes a normal. Should you focus on it, it's still there, but we have learned to live with it.
That makes sense.
It does have its uses, though. I'm able to imbue small amounts of mundane objects with arcane power and use them in things like the Dreamcatcher that you saw before.
Oh, so that's how you did that. I was wondering.
Although it does leave me fairly drained.
Well, it was really helpful when you did it. So, thank you.
I want to apologize for all of us and say that I am sorry if up to this point we have put you in any strange situations. It was not our intention.
Well, Bunley does kind of look it over to everyone else to gauge expressions. He turns and goes, well, no need to apologize for now. I'm not gonna, make you apologize for you just being you. It's not hurting anybody.
Bunley, I appreciate the sentiments, but you are not the one I was worried about accepting, I suppose. As Vernal will sort of look at everyone else. Who has been silent, understandably, but like, Bunley, I know that you'll probably chill with this. I guess I want to get an idea from everyone else.
What? I'm progressive too.
Thanks, Jimmy.
Thank you, Jimmy.
I guess, Jacob, you already knew about this.
You know I'm fine with it. You're always you. That doesn't change.
True.
I mean, can we borrow Spring for game nights? Because that was really fun.
Maybe once the competition is done.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. Actually, I shouldn't jump the gun on that one.
Like I said, Spring
Contest.
she can get herself in dangerous situations, and our goal was to keep her protected during the course of the Lunar Leader competition. But that, to the best that we can, I suppose. But I'm sure she would be more than happy to come out for game nights.
Thanks. Well, we'll just have to help out with everything to get us to a point where game nights is okay, I guess.
Of course.
I am still stuck on one thing, by the way. You mentioned that should everything go smoothly, Summer would have no need to come out. We are headed into the realm of Grandfather Time. What exactly happens when everything goes wrong?
Let me clarify. Summer is not an antagonist. He, just like the rest of us, wants to keep everyone safe. he is just more of an active participant in any event that he is attending. So while in the social events where things have gotten dicey, I have stepped up. Summer tends to make decisions first and ask questions later. Still attempting to protect those around him, but
More use in a fight than a social situation.
yes. He is our protector for a reason. We once needed to rely on him during some of our arcane experiments when things go awry and we need protection. He is always the first to jump forth.
Well, as long as all four of you are on our side, then.
We always have been. You'll have to wait for a fight, fool.
Yeah.
Okay. I think that's a
And
good
we all have cake.
place. I'm gonna kill you.
Describe the cape Bunley for another 30 minutes.
There's
No,
a dry
that's it.
ass
That's
cake
the
right
full
on the fucking
description.
floor.
It's on
It
your game.
falls into the abyss. There's no fucking cake. I want to sleep. Anyway, I think that's a good place to end. We will have another Fae Court on the 21st.